we have a long stretch of dry weather here in New Jersey. However, Hurricane Francine, which made landfall in Louisiana on Wednesday, could be ours 7 to 10 days from now. Let's talk about it. It's Chief Meteorologist Joe Martucci here. This is the radar from Francine in Louisiana here. It made landfall at 6 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday as a Category 2 hurricane just to the southwest of Morgan City, Louisiana. New Orleans on the eastern side of the storm is seeing the brunt of the heavy rain as well as some of these gusty winds. However, it is a Category 1 hurricane on Wednesday night and will continue the weekend, so that is some good news there. Here's a look at our highest wind gusts. The two highest were offshore on oil platforms, but we did get up to 105 miles an hour on one oil platform with our wind gusts. On land, highest wind gust in Louisiana, 70 miles an hour. New Orleans at 62. Plenty gusty, but it certainly could be worse for Louisiana. Now, we are talking about a moderate risk of excessive rain for New Orleans and Jackson, Mississippi, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana as well as we go into the next 3 days in that red area that you see there. That means that flash flooding is likely in spots, and certainly with this tropical moisture will be. And even in this yellow area, there is the risk for heavy rain that would bring devastating flooding. So there is a wide area that could be impacted by this. Usually it's the water, not the wind, that brings the most deaths when it does come to a tropical system. So we do have a severe weather outbreak in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama through Thursday. There is a risk for tornadoes and, again, that flooding rain. Soaking rain will be in these three states as well as Tennessee until Friday here, and then it goes offshore off the South and North Carolina coast on Sunday. So think about it. From Wednesday to Sunday, it's going from Louisiana up to about Tennessee and then out east to the Carolinas, and then it slowly nears New Jersey. We'll talk more about what nears means in just a minute, but let's show you our pattern here. So we have something called a Rex block overhead. So a Rex block is when you have a high pressure system that is north of a low pressure system. And this is in the upper level. So it's a ridge of high pressure to the north of a ridge of low pressure. Now, we don't see it on Thursday, but we go into really Friday, and this is Saturday here, and you see that Rex block shaping up. New Jersey is circled in white here. So high pressure is large and in charge for the next couple of days and into the weekend, and even into early next week, too. I mean, this is, as we go into Monday, something that will bring warm, dry weather, temperatures seasonable, if not a little bit above average, over the next week or so, and it will continue to block that low pressure system. So by the time we get to Tuesday and then Wednesday, the high pressure system moves offshore, and with that clockwise flow around the high pressure system, that can start to get this low pressure to move north here. You see this on Wednesday. It's in the Great Lakes states at this time. Now, this is according to just one forecast model. This is probably not exactly what it's going to look like, but the point is high pressure is offshore by Wednesday, and this low pressure, the remnants of Francine, are free to move as it wants. Now, one thing I'll say too is Francine could actually re-strengthen into a tropical system off the Carolina coast sometime early next week. So don't be surprised if you hear about Tropical Storm Francine. Whether or not the National Hurricane Center will name it Francine, or if we'll name it to the G storm, we don't know just yet. But the point is, could become tropical, then make landfall in the Carolinas as a tropical system, and then make its way north as a remnant storm. Now, we take a look at the GFS model on the left, European model on the right. This is for next Wednesday, September 18th. Now, you do see onshore winds. Coastal flooding is going to happen next week. It might not be, moderate or major, but at least nuisance coastal flooding next week. But high pressure at the surface, this is surface high pressure, different than the map I showed you before, is still keeping us dry as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, models have been kind of all over the place on when and how much rain we're going to see. This round of models on Wednesday evening is saying, you know what, it's probably going to be dry. And if you extend this forecast model out to the following weekend, well, probably some showers there. But the point is, it's going to be close. So at this point, what can we expect in New Jersey? Well, through Sunday, it's picture perfect. It's beautiful. I was at the beach on Wednesday. If you want to go to the beach on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got awesome, awesome weather. Inland's looking fantastic as well. Plenty of festivals going on this weekend. All things perfect there. Monday and Tuesday, for 90% of us, it's still great. But there will be some coastal flooding at the shore. And then as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe even Saturday as well, more coastal flooding, probably minor flood stage. We'll see if we get to moderate in some of those corners of the back bays. and impossible tropical downpours from Francine's remnants here. So, listen, if you have plans, outdoor plans next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no need to cancel them. This is not going to be a huge deal for us, but it could bring some tropical downpours during this time. One thing, too, we could use the rain. Most of Ocean Atlantic, Cape May counties are in abnormally dry conditions. That's a pre-drought stage. Really, most of New Jersey, especially the southern and central part of the state, could use some rain. So we could take whatever we get in the middle to later part of next week. We'll have more details for you on this as we go forward in time. You can always keep tuned to me, Joe Martucci, as we keep you updated on the tropics and everything else weather here in New Jersey.